Three, two, one. Shout out to the fucking drop.
Hey, welcome back to the Basic Bitches. I'm Stephanie.
And I'm Ben, and today we'll be talking about our pet peeves.
Stephanie has a lot of pet peeves because people piss me off.
Ben has less pet peeves because he's more easygoing.
Don't you fucking lie to me.
I would never.
Remember that one time when I looked up like the pet peeves thing and you had pretty much the same amount of pet peeves as I did?
Okay, fine. We're both horrible people.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Ooh, should I look some up as we talk about
I guess this is happening.
But one pet peeve I definitely have is people spitting for no fucking reason. Like, they're just walking along and all of a sudden you say, and then they, like, spit. It's like, why?
Didn't we talk about this in our first dates one or something?
I think so.
Yeah, I think it came up. But yeah, it's so disgusting.
It's like, why? Like, why is that necessary?
Well, if you got a bad taste in your mouth, you gotta get it out.
I swear. It's so fucking gross. Like, if you're sick, I totally, like, understand. But if you're just doing it for no goddamn reason, like, you're disgusting, and that'd be a deal breaker for me. I'd be like, get the fuck away from me. Another thing that annoys me, which I don't know why it annoys me, is when someone is constantly, like, clearing their throat or coughing.
What if they sick?
Then I try to be understanding, but, like, if they're not sick, then it's, like, super annoying. Like, my fiance's dad is constantly, like, clearing his throat, like, constantly, and it bugs the shit out of me. It's so annoying. And now he's starting to do it.
Shit.
And he's like, yeah, I think it's hereditary. I'm like,
it's not something that's hereditary. It's called you need to stop copying what your father does. You 21 years old, or is he 22?
22.
He's 22 years old. He does not have to do what his father does.
But he just started doing it, though.
Sketchy.
And he's like, it's because he has stuff in his throat constantly.
Well, then drink some water.
He does!
The fuck?
I don't know why. And apparently other people on that side of the family have the same problem. So I don't know what it is that's in their genes, but they're constantly, like, clearing their throats. And it irritates me to no end. Like, if you, like I said, if you're sick or have a sore throat, I totally understand. But if you're just doing it, it bugs me. It's just the sound just irritates me. It, like, makes me cringe. Like,
Right.
And another one that is a pet peeve of mine that you do a lot.
I'm sticking up my middle finger right now.
Is the wiggle, like, leg thing.
Okay, well, here's my reasoning behind that, is that unlike you, I cannot sit in the same spot for 10 hours straight. I need to move. So after sitting here for way too long, I start to get jittery because I like to be moving around.
So when you're, like, relaxing at home, do you do that too?
I don't relax for that amount of time. I never have that much time to sit down.
Sure you don't.
No, I'm always going places and
when you're
shit.
doing homework, watching TV, like...
You know I don't do homework, and you know I don't watch that much TV. I watch an hour a day at most.
Yeah, but, like, doesn't your papers take, like, a long-ass time to do, though?
Sometimes. But then I'm drinking coffee, so it all good.
So, in a way, you are sitting for a long period of time. So
I'm laying down in my bed.
But do you still wiggle, like, while, like, you're doing your paper or whatever?
No.
That's what I don't get. That doesn't make sense to Steffi. But it just irritates me. Like, my boo does it, and it's like, stop. Like, I have to grab his leg. I'm like, why are you doing that? He's like, I don't know. I'm like, it irks me.
One of my major pet peeves is when people mispronounce the word often.
Often?
Because I took a linguistics course, like, because I'm an English major in college. And, like, we talked about how, like, a lot of people pronounce it often, which is completely wrong because the T is silent. It'd be like pronouncing bomba.
Bumba.
Like, there are certain letters.
Bumba.
Exactly. Like, there's certain letters that are silent, and stupid people just can't figure it out because if there wasn't the T there, it'd be pronounced oven. How do you pronounce the word OF?
Often?
No,
What?
just OF. How do you pronounce that word?
Oh.
Oh my gosh. Of.
What?
Of.
Of?
Right?
Yeah.
How do you pronounce OFF?
Off?
Exactly. So if it were OFEN, it'd be oven. Because that's how English is. A single F is a V sound.
I don't like this. This is too much for my brain.
Okay, it's pronounced often. Just get that out of this.
And I know I've slipped a couple times saying often.
Mm-hmm. And, like, I mean, I totally get it because so many people say it like that, but it
Mm-hmm.
just gets on my nerves because, like, I know it's wrong, but I
Yeah.
can't be all like, you're pronouncing that word wrong.
Yeah, I know I've slipped a few times, but a lot of the time I do say often.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes I'm like often.
Or, like, mischievous. It's mischievous.
Yeah, really?
There's no extra, like, syllable in there.
Mischievous? I don't like that. That sounds rapey.
That's how it's pronounced.
Okay, well, I brought up this list. Do you have any other ones you can think of?
The other one that just came to the top of my head because of our encounter today at Barnes & Noble are stupid people that work in retail. And, like, I mean, I work in retail, so I can say this kind of stuff. But, like, if I come to your register, I expect you to take care of me. As in, if I want a price match with something that you have online, you don't tell me that, like, oh, that's how much it costs if you buy it in store. It's like, no, you do a price match.
Yeah.
Everywhere does that. That just pissed me off today at Barnes & Noble.
Yeah, and where I used to work, I did that for people.
Yeah, we do that at JCPenney or Macy's, so why wouldn't you do it at Barnes & Noble?
And there's like, okay, do you guys have a military discount?
We do on Memorial Day and Veterans Day.
See, I felt really bad because, like, there was one person who was like, oh, do you guys have a military discount? And I was, like, 100% sure we didn't. But I didn't want to say no, so I'm like, we normally don't, but I'll give you, like, I think I gave her, like, 15 or 10% off.
Mm-hmm.
Because I would have felt bad, you know? I'm just too nice. Like, we talked about this in my retail class. I'm like, I am one of those retail people that is just way too nice.
I know, right?
And I'm like, I hope I don't get caught. But I'm sure, like, other people have done it too. Like, I've swapped stories with other people who I used to work with, and they would do pretty much the same thing. So I felt less bad, but still, it's like, ugh, I don't want to get in trouble for doing this.
Well, really, it's the right thing to do. Because, like,
Yeah.
if you have a coupon going on and someone asks if you do, you have to give it to them.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Mm-hmm.
Besides, like, the store is marketing it anyway,
Yeah.
so it's their thing.
I always feel bad when they're like, oh, is this still going on? And you're like, that ended like an hour ago.
You're like, can I speak to a manager? Because they'll override it for me. I'm like, no, they don't have time to talk to you. And they're just going to tell you the same thing I tell you.
Yeah, it's so awkward. And it's like, I hate when people like put retail workers in that position. It's like, eh.
Like, I get that there's a lot of stupid people out there who don't know what they're doing. But then you see people like me who have been working at the same place for a year, and I think I know what coupons like work on and what they don't,
Yeah.
and what we'll accept. So don't even try that with me.
There's this one lady. Okay, story time. Okay, there's this one lady who came in, and she wanted to use these coupons. I swear. Minnesota. Anyways, she wanted to use these coupons, and she was like, oh, how come they're not working? Like, well, because all of these are specials and they don't work on specials. And she's like, well, I didn't see that on the sign over there. And I'm like, oh, it's not over there? And she's like, yeah, see? And I was like so far away, and I stupidly didn't walk over there. And I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry about that. I'll give it to you.
Did you really?
I I did.
Well, wouldn't the back of the coupon say like, doesn't work on doorbusters, whatever you
Yeah,
guys
and I
call it?
showed her that, but she's like, but it doesn't say that on the sign
It doesn't
over
need to say
there.
every fucking place.
Yeah, exactly. So I just gave it to her, and I told my managers that. But then she came back again, like, I think a month later, and she tried pulling the same bullshit on another person. I quickly jumped in. I'm like, actually, we do have it on the sign. I brought her pretty little butt over there. I'm like, see? Special. She's like, that wasn't there last time I was there. I swear, this store, I demand to speak to a manager. And, like, they said that they've had issues with a customer. They weren't sure if this was the same customer, but she would like throw like little fits like this and demand to speak to corporate and shit like that.
That's my favorite.
Can I
I
get
want to
your...
speak to corporate.
Yeah.
Like, we don't have a corporate person in the store. They're in Texas.
Yeah, it's like, do you want the number for Texas? Well, in our case, I think it's New York or something. I don't know.
Probably.
But yeah, it's either New York or no, they're actually in Texas too.
They're in Texas too.
I believe so. Yeah.
That's so weird. Because like it's a New York company.
They're either no, sorry, with me doing that JC Penney's. Sorry. Anyways, no, it is New York. You're right. Sorry, my bad. Anyways, yeah. So like she would like we gave her the number and everything so she could call corporate. But once she left, or one of our managers was like, I don't know if that was the same person or not, but we had like another person complain just like her. But they think the other person was like an ex-employee and they just wanted to give the store shit.
Yeah, pretty much.
But I don't know what this chick's deal was. It was like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
I love when they think that, like, corporations care so much about their customers. It's like, bitch, they don't care if you complain to them. They're not going to do anything to anyone.
Pretty much.
A customer can't get an employee fired, no matter how hard you try.
Yeah.
Like, I could call you a fucking cunt to your face, and I wouldn't get fired.
Yeah.
They can't do it.
It was such a great feeling to, like, just bring her over there and, like, see? Special.
Mm-hmm.
And she got so pissed. It was awesome.
Mm-hmm. You love.
Yes. Okay, do you have any other ones, or should I bring up the list now?
Let's see this list.
Alright, drivers who don't use a turn signal. Yes, that pisses me off to no end.
And that's why you're not meant to live in the big city.
Yeah. Because, like, every time, I swear, every single day I drive to school, there's always some dumbass in a truck that just scoots right in front of me. I'm like, bitch, you almost hit me. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And another thing that angers me is, like, when they merge into a turning lane, and, like, right when they're about to turn, like, then they turn on their turn signal. It's like, are you fucking kidding me? You couldn't have done that, like, a few feet behind you?
Nope, too hard.
Anyways, people who read out loud what they're typing, an email or a letter. That doesn't bother me.
Emails are so 1990s.
Well, I read it out loud so I know it sounds, like, decent. I don't know why people would find that annoying. Kids who tease dogs through a fence. What?
Who cares?
People who drink directly out of a milk/orange juice container.
I've never been around anyone who actually does that.
I did that, like, once, maybe. But, I mean, I don't care if anyone else does it. It's like, whatever. Couples who sit on the same side of the booth when there is no one on the other side. Yeah.
I don't care, as long as they're not, like, fucking each other.
Well, it's just weird. Like,
they want to be next to each other.
But then you have to awkwardly turn, like your head. And then
so how is that a pet peeve for you if it's someone else doing that?
It's not a pet peeve. I just think it's weird.
I mean, I wouldn't do it, but if someone wants to do it, I'm like, go ahead.
I don't know. It's weird. People are weird. Parents who bring their young kids to an R-rated film. That does annoy me. Especially when it's like a 2-year-old and they're crying. And then they can't get the kid to shut up. It's like, why the fuck are you bringing your kid to this movie in the first place? And then, what movie was it that I went to? Oh, it was Fast and Furious. I was forced to go against my will because I hate those movies. And the whole fucking time, this kid that was sitting behind us, was talking throughout the whole movie, explaining like every single little fucking detail to like the person next to him. I think this kid was like 10.
Yay.
And I'm like, what the fuck? Shut up. Like, I
Mhm.
swear to God. And they even kept trying to shush him, and he wouldn't shut up. I was like, ugh, I want to kill. And then when we went and saw Conjuring, and those fucking little, like, 10th graders were, like, screaming every 2 seconds, I'm like, bitch, if you can't handle this kind of movie, get the fuck out.
Oh my gosh, remember we went to Scary Movie 5 and there are all those ghetto people right behind us? And like every time like, you know, a rapper came up on the screen ever, they're like freaking out. And I'm
Yeah.
just like, I don't even know who that is.
I think we were the only white people in that theater.
Probably.
I seriously think we were the only white people in the theater.
In a predominantly white town.
That says something.
Mhm.
Moving on. Okay, let's see here. People that don't use coasters. I don't care.
I get annoyed, like, I mean, at my house a little bit, because, like, we do have, like, really nice wood that, like, I mean, I get, like, if you come from, like, a shitty house where, like, you're, like, you don't have nice things, like, that you wouldn't get it, but, like, you know, if you see something that's, like, not scratched and, like, taken well care of, maybe don't put your sweaty drink on it.
Thanks.
I'm not referring to you.
Well, look at my coffee table.
Well, I mean, yeah, but you never, like, just threw your shit all over my stuff.
Well, yeah, because I would always ask, like, do I put it here? Where do I put it?
Yeah, it's just, like, other people that I brought over to my house, they, like, wouldn't even care.
Yeah.
I'm like, do you not understand that this is nice stuff?
Kitten does.
Mhm.
Anyways, people who blame anything but themselves for their failure.
Mhm.
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 It's Kitten's fault.
Mhm.
It's Kitten's fault that I'm a failure.
Mhm.
Anyways.
Say.
I'm like, well, that got awkward. Okay,
Uh-huh.
people who sit next to you on a public transportation, even when there are other seats available. Yes!
Only if they're not hot.
It's always awkward because I get the weird people, and I'm like, go away. Like, they would, like, stop right there and be like, can I sit there? Because when I went to, that charter school, I always had to take the bus to get there.
Mhm.
And there'd be people always wanting to sit next to me, and it's like, you know, there's like 50 spots open, but okay. Like, even when I put like my backpack there or whatever, they still insist on sitting next to me.
Maybe you should start covering up your tits.
I can't help if my tits want to fall out. It's just how it is.
Mhm.
Ooh, here's one of yours.
Hmm.
Noisy eaters.
Yeah, it is so disgusting. Like, I've gotten to the point where I can't even be around people who can't eat right.
Do I eat noisily?
You don't eat noisily at all. I mean, like, you eat noodles, interestingly. But...
I feel like that old man back yonder when we were in Panda Express was enjoying it.
He was probably getting off to the way you're eating them, but you were doing it on purpose.
That how I do.
You gotta seduce any man with a child and a wife.
Yes. When I see that ring on that finger, I'm like, damn.
Pretty much. Hashtag homewrecker.
All jokes aside. But no. Yeah, I like eating noodles. I just like making people feel uncomfortable. And I know I can do that by eating noodles.
I think you've passed that trait along to me, like wanting to make people feel uncomfortable. And that's the reason why my relationship ended.
How do you make people uncomfortable?
I say things without thinking. Like, for example, I was at Orchestra Hall. which is, one of the more upscale places in Minnesota. And, like, we're with, like, I'm with my ex, and we have, all these, like, well-to-do older people are all around us, and we're, like, filing out after the orchestra's done playing. And, like, I don't even remember what he was saying. Oh, yeah, we were talking about sex or something, because that's what we do. And then he's like, but I'll tell you later, because we're, like, in the crowd of people, like, all leaving.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, is it not appropriate for all these old people to hear? Like, I just say stuff like that without thinking, and then...
Yeah, that sounds like a Stephanie thing.
And then he got so pissed at me. He's like, that's not okay. Like, what were those people thinking of you? I'm like, I don't give a shit.
Okay, I was when we were at like China Star, it was me and two of my girlfriends, and I was talking about my period. And one of my GFs were like, Steph, shut up. One of my math teachers are like right there. And I'm like, what? And then I kept talking about it anyway.
Oh my gosh, yes. You know the super fancy restaurant I went to in the city with Eddie? Yeah, like, they had
just
like...
said his name.
What?
Whatever, I don't like him anyway.
I don't give a shit. No one even calls him that anyway. But anyway, so... Yeah, we were at this, like, super nice restaurant. They had, like, foie gras and, like, all that kind of shit. And, like, everything costs $100 to eat. And then, there was, like, this really, like, really rich old couple that was sitting right behind us. And they're, like, talking about who they're going to give all their money to and stuff. Like, philanthropy or whatever. And then I was like, wanna fuck me once we get back to your apartment? Like,
yes!
that kind of stuff. It's like, I really feel like writing you tonight, all that kind of stuff. And they're like, just sitting there like, what the hell is he saying? So yeah.
Yeah, I said stuff like that to my boo, like, in the mall or, like, at the grocery store or whatever. And he gets so mad at me when I do that. And I'm like, you need to get used to this. I'm gonna say whatever. And you know me, I talk loud. So everyone gonna hear. So, yeah.
We might be a little autistic.
Maybe a little. No offense.
But it's what makes us us.
Well, is it possible to, like, hand down autism?
I'm pretty sure. Isn't it hereditary?
Well, we're not related. So.
I think we related.
Okay. Okay, moving on so we can get through these a little more quickly. Students who prolong class by asking the most insane questions.
It doesn't really happen much.
Yeah.
Everyone just wants to get out.
Yeah, it's like, get me the fuck out. Women who wear jewelry that clinks and clacks and makes noises when they're at their desk or keyboard. I'm never around that, so.
I think the thing that more annoys me are middle-aged women who think that they can wear young girls' clothing.
Oh my god. When I was getting my taxes done, I saw, like, this 50-year-old overweight woman wearing this me jeans. And I'm like, what? Like, she had, like, pretty much white hair. And she was, like, waddling. I'm like,
Like, I mean, it's cool if you can fit into the clothes, but that doesn't mean that you should wear them.
Well, my aunt, she wears silvers.
Well, silvers are different. I don't think those are so much age, because, like, my mom wears silvers.
Yeah, and, like, my aunt, she can really pull it off. Like, she's a stick, so, like, she can do it.
I'm talking, like, stuff you get at the juniors department.
Yeah, I've had a few of those come in my way. It's very awkward. They're like, oh my god, this is so cute. And I'm like, oh, you're getting that for yourself? Okay.
Not your daughter?
You do what you gotta do, boo. No judging, but judging. Yeah. You feel me?
I feel that.
Next one.
Hell yeah.
When people take 20 napkins, use one, then throw all of them away. I think I do that sometimes. So, no. What about you?
It's just wasteful. Like, I don't really care.
going through the drive-thru, then having to go back when they screw up your order. That's never really happened to me, though.
I'm not the type of person that would go back.
Yeah, I feel too awkward. Like, I guess I'm stuck with this. That's my thought.
I had the most incompetent person ever when I went to Wendy's. That was like last week.
Mm-hmm.
Where like he was just looking at me. Like I came up, I paid, and then he's like, "Do you want something?" I'm like, "Maybe my food." You know?
What?
And he was like, "Oh, I didn't give you your food." I'm like, "No. Like, why do you think I'm still sitting here?" And then he finally gave it to me. I'm like, "Can I get a straw?" He's like, "I guess." And I'm like,
What?
"What the fuck?" Like, I need a straw.
Yeah. Was he a little slow?
The thing is that he didn't even seem like he was. Like, he just seemed like he really didn't give a shit.
Wow. I would have complained to Wendy's, like, tweet at them, like, I see you really care about your customer service, hashtag no shade.
Hashtag never going back there till I get drunk again.
Okay, next one. People walking around in ridiculous, fashionable shoes that are clearly hurting their feet.
I think that's a good thing. Because really, I think people need to realize that fashion's more important than being comfortable.
Oh no.
What is it?
I say this all the time.
No, I'm scared. Is it the literally thing?
I say that a lot.
No.
Well, now I know. No, what's the other thing I say?
Rape.
No, I mean when I'm like drunk. You know what I'm saying?
That?
That's
Right?
on here, yeah. Whenever anyone says, you know what I'm saying.
I actually say that too. So I don't find that annoying.
Good. Because I'm like, oh no, I'm one of those people. Because I especially say that a lot when I'm intoxicated.
Mm-hmm.
Do you need help, bitch?
I got this.
You sure?
Mm-hmm. But like, I actually say that a lot too. Be like, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I didn't know that was a thing people got annoyed about.
I feel like that's something that like people around here say a lot.
Yeah, so maybe that's why.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we're kind of whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It's a Minnesotan thing,
Pretty
you
much.
know?
Mm-hmm.
You
Don't
know?
you know?
Don't you know? Okay, anyways, moving on from that awkwardness. Using speakerphones in public areas
Yes.
at work.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, when I worked at my old retail place,
Mm-hmm.
I would see people, like, ghetto AF with their phones, like, blasting their music, and then they walk up to you with the music playing,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like, really? And not to stereotype, but that's all I dealt with, like, all the time. I'm like, you're kidding. Like, the only time that it wasn't someone like that, it was a mom with, like, a toddler, and it was, like, their way of distracting the kid.
I get that.
Yeah,
but,
I get
like,
that too, but, like, no, for the rest of it. Especially when you have, like, the store is playing its own music already.
We have this one Asian guy that comes to JCPenney like multiple times a week,
Mm-hmm.
and he always has his phone on speakerphone, and he's like yelling into it in like Vietnamese or something. And I'm like, what are you doing? And he never buys anything. Like he just wanders around the store for a couple hours.
Yeah.
I'm like, what are you doing? Like, go home.
So fucking weird.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, next one. Road maps that aren't folded correctly.
We don't live in the age of foldable road maps.
Yeah.
It's called a GPS.
Yeah. My pet peeve would be when your GPS brings you to the wrong location.
Mm-hmm.
Like when I was going to pick up my friend at campus,
Mm-hmm.
like it brought me to a completely different area than I was supposed to be. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, are you being retarded with me, or what's going on here?
Mm-hmm. I feel that.
Mm-hmm. Finding a shoe and not finding its mate next to it.
I mean, that doesn't happen to me at home, but it does annoy me at work. Like, whenever I work in the shoe department and we have, like, mismatches. Like, oh, here's a 7 and a 10 in the same box. It's like, oh, okay.
That makes sense.
Mm-hmm. And then, like, someone stole one of the shoes but not the other. And we're just like, just take them both at least.
Yeah, that makes no sense.
Yeah.
kitten's feeling you. And so's the baby chunks.
I'm sure that makes sense to the people listening.
I have cats, and one is Kitten, and the other is Mr. Chunks, aka Gizmo, but I call him the Chunk because he's fat.
And they're both sleeping right now.
Anyways, got this. Okay, anyways, okay. Made up car names that are not even real words. What? Okay, that doesn't apply to us. People who are mean to animals. That's not a pet peeve. That just pisses me off.
That's just wrong.
Yeah. Remember when we were on, what was it? Not chat roulette. Because we got banned. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we got banned from chat roulette.
For being too beautiful.
We're like being obnoxious.
That's how we do, though.
But anyways, we came across this one guy and he started strangling a cat. Like, what the fuck? You're laughing?
What? He wasn't legit doing it.
It looked like it.
I don't believe that he could have actually been doing it. No one could do that.
Well, what about the guy in China who fed a puppy to, or fed a, like, boa constrictor, like, a puppy?
That's China.
Oh, okay.
They eat dogs over there, don't they?
Not anymore, I don't think.
Our Filipina friend from high school said she ate a dog.
Well, that's the Philippines, not China.
Oh, because it's such a difference.
Kitten says so.
Kitten doesn't know shit.
She knows all. She's very worldly.
She hasn't left your house or apartment her entire life.
No, she's a hooker. You know this. She works the streets every night.
That makes sense.
Bitch, put your phone down.
My ex is texting me nonstop. Like, what the fuck?
Well, I keep telling you to block him. Okay, comment below if he should block his ex, because I keep telling him that.
Comment below if I should suck his dick.
Ugh, swear. Anyways, when a person makes a sucking noise with a straw, when the cup becomes almost empty.
But you gotta do that so you know there's nothing left.
Well, it's funny because didn't I do that in one of our videos?
Yeah, like, there's always awkward sounds coming from you in the background of our videos whenever I'm talking.
That's how I do. It's like,
You're very focused.
what? I kid. Great, now I'm on 2. I'm 2. You're 1 for 2. I'm 2 for 2.
Wait, on things that each other do?
That, like, annoy people. Like,
Want another one?
what?
Okay, and this is something that a lot of people do that pisses me off to no end, is saying anyways.
Anyways.
People don't get that in American English, you don't say anyways, it's anyway. Just like it's not towards, it's toward.
Any whore.
Like, you just don't add S's to everything. Like, it makes no sense. No more anyways. I will go insane.
Can I say any whore?
You may say any whore.
Thank you.
Even though it's outdated.
I do what I want.
Bringing back the aughts.
People with bad table manners. Hey.
Hey.
That's me. I
Mm-hmm.
actually used to be really bad when I was younger. My dad would get on me for, like, chewing with my mouth open. Because my mom does that sometimes, so I picked that up. And it would piss him off to no end. He's like, chew with your mouth closed. And I'm like, but mom does it. Why can't I? But yeah. People that snoop. Me.
That us. So.
Yeah, I'm very, like, I have to know everything. People who read the paper while driving. Who reads the paper while driving?
That'd be more people who text while driving.
Yes, and that sometimes annoys me, because then they're, like, going half the speed. And, like, bitch, get out of my way.
I have witnessed one actual accident where, like, a car hit, like, the car next to me. And, like, the bitch was texting. So it's like, I mean, I figured that would happen, but...
Where was this
This
and when?
was, right by the Ford dealership in St. where we are?
Yes, I totally know where that is.
Right by where your old apartment is.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, that intersection.
Mm-hmm.
There was like a teenage Asian girl that was driving. I know, stereotypical, but she was texting. And then she rammed in the car right next to me. I was like, what the hell? I'm so happy I wasn't in the other lane.
That rapey. When was this?
This was last summer because my window was down and I was freaking out because I thought that, like, you know, metal was going to come flying into, like, my car because it was literally right next to me.
Did you stay so you could be like a witness, or did you run away?
I drove away because I had stuff to do. I was probably meeting up with you. So don't even.
Well, then. I'm surprised you didn't even tell me this.
I didn't tell you that?
No.
Then I must have been meeting up with someone else because I would have told whoever I was with. I remember being really shaken.
Yeah, it wasn't with me.
I don't remember who then. Oh, I was driving home from work. Yeah, because I was going towards my house. I just said towards. But I never say anyways. That's something I never do. You know what?
Yes!
The one thing that I never get is that, like, there's, like, some... Okay, this is gonna sound weird, and this is slightly coming out of nowhere, but, like, people from farms mispronounce words all the time. Like, because my dad grew up on a farm, and, like, I've noticed this with all the other people I've, like, met who are farmers, where they'll say, like, a crossed instead of a cross.
That's awkward.
And I'm like, I don't understand. Or, like, poor instead of poor.
You know what my boo's mom says that drives me crazy? Washer.
Oh, yeah, my grandpa says that, too.
Washer. And you know what's weird? She's the only one in her entire family that says it like that. Like, none of her siblings say it. And
Is she, like, the oldest?
No.
That's even weirder, because, like, it's a really old person thing.
Yeah, so I don't get how she's the only one in the entire family. Like, not even, like, her kids say it or her husband say it. Like, she's the only one that says it. And she gets teased constantly about it. But it doesn't, like, make any sense, because she's not the oldest. She's, like, middle-ish.
Doesn't it kind of make you wonder what people are going to be annoyed about what we say in the future? Because I feel like for us, it'll probably be stuff that we, like, purposefully started not pronouncing right. And then it became, like, our thing. You know, like how we say oot and a boot. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I know the Mr. Chunks is judging us.
As he should.
I mean, look at that face.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we should probably do, like, how many more should we do in edit?
Maybe one, because we're almost to 40 minutes.
Shit, so 3.
Uh.
Okay, we do 3, and because they're not too terribly long, so 3 more and then we'll be done. People that interrupt you when you're telling a story.
Stephanie.
And then they continue to tell you their story.
Stephanie.
And then uninterested tone to continue on with your story.
Stephanie. And what's even worse is that you'll ask me, what were we talking about again? I'll start saying something and you come back with another thing. Okay, how many times today did I start telling you something that, like, I had been meaning to tell you about 3 weeks ago? And you're like, oh yeah, every time we meet, like, you start to tell me, but you never finish. And I'm like, oh, I wonder why. And I'm sure that anyone who listens to these podcasts will be able to tell that too. Because it even happens while we're doing this.
I know! And I know that's legit, because I catch myself doing it all the time, and I hate myself for it. It's like, why do I do that? I just feel like I have so much in my head that, like, if I don't get it out, I'll forget. So that's why I, like, interrupt you, because I feel like you'll remember what you're
But
gonna
I don't
say.
remember.
I just need to start writing shit down so I don't forget. So then that way you can tell your shit without me interrupting. Yeah, sorry y'all for doing that, because, you know.
I feel like that's part of the reason, though, why we're, like, such close friends, is that you are so talkative and I'm more, like, I'm a good listener. And, like, I'm, like, willing to go with it. Where, like, a lot of other people would be pissed.
Yeah. And my boo the same way. Only I never. Go.
You just need to surround yourself with people who don't like to talk. Just like a bunch of mutes. I think you do so well with that. Just talk at a bunch of people all the
Pretty
time.
much. But yeah, my boo, he like never talks. Like, so I'm the one that always talks. Yeah. I can't believe I just did it again.
I can.
I hate myself. Well, at least I know on our road trip we won't fall asleep because we'll just be talking the whole time.
It'll be amped up on Starbucks.
Oh God, that'll be nice. I'll be like sleep deprived, amped up on Starbucks.
Full of diarrhea.
Yeah, it'd stop every 2 seconds. Oh shit!
Just imagine we're up in the mountains. We're like, okay, bitch, you're going over the side of the mountain because we don't have any rest stops.
Oh my God. Okay, 2 more and we'll be done. Okay, and the people at home are just gonna have to deal with it. Okay, drivers who won't turn on a red light. Turn right on red. Yeah. My bad.
I honk.
I mean, I'm one of those people who don't go right away because I'm like, I don't want to die. But I mean, yeah, it's whatever. Last one, which we're gonna laugh about: vulgar talk at the dinner table.
That's us.
That's us, and that's like my dad's side of the family.
That's my family. Like, I mean, I told you the story, but my oldest cousin losing her virginity was Christmas dinner talk. Yeah. So, like, I've grown up around this kind of stuff, so it doesn't freak me out when people talk about that.
Do you know what my first impression was of my boo's grandma? This is the first time I literally, like, meet her. It was me, his sister, and then his grandma were up talking. And, like, I don't know what she had said, but it made her grandma give her the middle finger. I'm like, okay, I guess this is the family I'm going to be going into.
Yes.
Anyways, guys, sorry this was such a long podcast.
Well, you have to expect that when we're talking about pet peeves. I mean, we could go on for 50 more videos talking about this stuff.
Okay, if you guys want this to be a series, give it a like and we'll make it into a series.
Hell yeah.
Because I think, yeah, I feel like we have more pet peeves deep down inside us.
We have thousands.
Probably. We're very pissed off people.
The world sucks.
Even though I learned today that I do a lot of them. And I didn't realize it until now.
Well, now you can work to change yourself for the better.
It's going to be hard, and I might forget.
Probably.
Alright, so if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to like and comment and subscribe.
We also have blogs, which, I mean, I post on mine daily. I don't know how you do. But
well then, I'm working on it. Okay.
And we also have Twitters, and you have your Snapchat out on there.
Hell yeah!
DM me if you want my Snapchat. Dick pics only.
That's hot. I'm feeling it. And we will be talking at you very soon. Bye.
Bye.